For Pacifica Radio, I'm Christina Onnested. India launched early morning strikes on Pakistan and the territory it controls in Kashmir today, killing at least 26 people, another 5 killed by artillery fire. India said the strikes targeted at least 9 sites that militants had used to plan attacks against India and were in retaliation for a deadly mass shooting of Indian tourists last month. Pakistan denies that claim. Here's Vikram Misri, India's foreign minister.
Earlier this morning, as you would be aware, India exercised its right to respond and preempt, as well as deter more such cross-border attacks. These actions were measured, non-escalatory, proportionate, and responsible.
Pakistan calls the strikes an act of war and said children were among those killed. It claimed it shot down several Indian fighter jets. There was heavy exchange of fire between the two sides. Atalullah Tari is Pakistan's information minister.
We were apprehensive that India will attack Pakistan without justifiable cause, and they have done so. And Pakistan has defended itself.
Pakistani shelling and strikes in India killed at least 15 people. India said 7 people died from Pakistan fire in the Indian-controlled portion of Kashmir. The region has been split between India and Pakistan since 1949. Hospital officials say Israeli strikes across Gaza killed at least 59 people, including children, today. The strikes included attacks on 2 schools sheltering hundreds of displaced Palestinians. At least 3 children were among those killed. Meanwhile, Palestinians say they're steadfast and will not leave Gaza in the wake of a new Israeli plan to forcibly displace them to the south until they voluntarily leave. Israeli media is now reporting its military is setting up an aid distribution center in southern Gaza. Rami Amigara reports from central Gaza.
Mohammed Naeem lived in a tent in the southern cities of Khan Yunis and Rafah before he and his family returned back to a partially destroyed home in Gaza City. Mohammed is a father of 6 children.
They allied against us before, and we returned back against the will of Trump and Netanyahu. And even if they will attack us with warplanes this time, we will emerge, even from beneath the earth.
Arwa Afana recently gave birth to a new baby girl.
For a year and a half, we have remained steadfast. They have tried to obliterate us by many means, but we will remain steadfast. 17,000 children have been killed. Gaza mothers have given birth to 20,000. I myself have given birth to a new baby girl. If they kill more Palestinians, we will give birth to more.
I am Rami Al-Mighari in Gaza.
Congress is drafting President Trump's big bill of tax breaks for millionaires, spending cuts on social programs, beefed up border security, and increasing deportation funds. House Speaker Mike Johnson's goal is to pass a package out of his chamber by Memorial Day.
The House and Senate Republicans are utilizing the budget reconciliation process primarily because Leader Schumer in the Senate, Leader Jeffries in the House, and their Democrat colleagues refuse to engage in anything, no matter how meritorious, even to improve the lives of their constituents, if it means that President Trump will somehow be credited with a win.
Details of tax cuts remain a work in progress, as are final reductions in Medicaid and other social safety net programs. Here's Minority Leader, Democrat Hakeem Jeffries.
House Republicans are determined to jam a reckless and extreme budget down the throats of the American people that will enact the largest cut to Medicaid and the largest cut to SNAP in American history. Children, families, women, veterans, older Americans, people with disabilities, and everyday Americans will be hurt.
Republicans have made progress on some spending, beefing up $350 billion to the Pentagon and Homeland Security departments. Canada's new Prime Minister Mark Carney told President Trump his country's not for sale during a visit at the White House Tuesday, where Trump doubled down his tariffs on Canada and his push to make it the 51st U.S. state. Christopher Martinez reports.
President Donald Trump still wants Canada to become our 51st state.
You know, I'm a real estate developer at heart. when you get rid of that artificially drawn line, somebody drew that line many years ago with like a ruler.
Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney shared a different view.
As you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
It's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace, that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever.
Trump apparently is not giving up on the idea.
Never say never.
Trump also has not given up on the idea of tariffs, saying they'll lower costs for American consumers.
Think of us as a super luxury store. You're going to come and you're going to pay a price.
When a reporter asked whether there was anything Carney could tell him to lift his tariffs of as much as 25% on Canadian imports, Trump bluntly answered no. I'm Christopher Martinez.
And I'm Christina Onestad, reporting for Pacifica Radio.